Hello and welcome to Will Nitro's preview of, well, it is WrestleMania. But first we start with the Hall of Fame. And the Hall of Fame this year has 5 inductees. 5 inductees. First of all, the Warrior Award going to one of the greatest wrestlers of all time, greatest wrestling referees, I should say, of all time, and one of the greatest men of all time behind the scenes. And that, ladies and gentlemen, is Tim White, a man who unfortunately has gone to the referee heaven, but will always be the man, one of the best referees of all time, and people will tell you that he was one of the best referees in the Hell in a Cell matches. He was great. He was absolutely great. And if you don't know, he travelled down the road with Andre, so deservedly going into the Hall of Fame, if you ask me. And I'm Will Nitro, and as we all know, everything I say, yo, is gospel. The celebrity this year going into the Hall of Fame is Andy Kaufman, who famously had a well-documented feud with Jerry the King Lawler. So yeah, and that is going to be a good time for him to induct. If you don't know who Andy Kaufman is outside of the wrestling business, Andy Kaufman was a great actor and was in Taxi, and then led into the infamous storyline with Jerry the King Lawler. And if you want to know more about that, find it on Google. I'm not here to tell you. It's up to you to find out. Yeah, I could tell you, but that'd be surprising. You go and find it. It's great. Or you could just watch Jim Carrey's Man on the Moon, or Man in the Moon, or whatever it was called, because that's about Andy Kaufman. So your choice is yours. There are 3 in-ring inductees this year. So in order of, I don't know, not in really any order, but just in an order. Number 3 going in is Stacy Keibler. She's going to be in the Hall of Fame. And Stacy Keibler first burst onto the scene in World Championship Wrestling as Ms. Hancock. And she's got the longest legs in history. Appeared on, then when Darby went under, she was signed by WWF or WWE or whatever you want to call it. Personally, I call it Will's Plaything because it's mine. We all know that. And she was paired with God Rest Her Soul Test. And yeah, so deservedly, I think, going into Hall of Fame because she branched out and has actually had a great career since she left wrestling, so good luck, Stacey. Number 2. One of the greatest wrestlers in history, and Sting will attest to this, the Great Muta. There's not really much to say about the Great Muta, so that he crosses decades and decades of in-ring wrestling. He is one of the reasons a lot of wrestlers, I would assume a lot of wrestlers, got into the business because he's that damn good, to quote the boss. But yeah, so yeah, he's going in the Hall of Fame and richly deserved. About time, if you ask me. I think he should have gone in sooner, but yeah, don't know anything about that. So yeah, interesting. Yeah, I think it's deserved. And the main event of the induction ceremony will be someone who's actually at WrestleMania in a match. Ladies and gentlemen, one if not the greatest luchador of the last decade plus years. Ladies and gentlemen, I give to you Rey Mysterio. Rey Mysterio Jr., to give his proper name, because his dad was also known as Rey Mysterio. But Rey Mysterio Jr. was probably and is probably one of the greatest cruiserweights, light heavyweights, whatever you want to call them, lucha libre wrestlers there's ever been. Whether it's WCW, whether it's ECW, whether it's AAA, whether it's WWE, he has achieved greatness in my eyes. I think that Ray is a shining example to any person in the business or in life that you don't have to be massive, you don't have to be a talkative person. You let your actions speak for you. And Ray in the ring had, as far as I'm concerned, no one was above him. He didn't take a backward step to anyone. And Ray, I'm going to say this, Ray, because there's been a lot of talk about Rey Mysterio lately on programming. Certain English people have had their opinions about Ray and his personal life. I'm not going to talk about his personal life, because his personal life is his personal life, not mine, not Will Nitro's. No, it's not Dave down the road or Gary down next door. By the way, there's no Gary next door. It's just for purposes of this. I'd just like to say, Ray, somebody once said, to be the man, woo, you've got to be the man, woo. In my eyes, to be the cruiserweight, you've got to be the cruiserweight. And that is you. Rey Mysterio, you're fully deserved of your Hall of Fame induction. You've won titles literally everywhere. You've been in the ring with the best cruiserweights, are the best main eventers there's ever been. And just to touch on the subject, at WrestleMania, I know you didn't want to do this, and I know it's taken a lot for you to do this, but at WrestleMania, you will take on your ingrate of a spoiled, hard time brat of a son, Dominic. And for one, I want you to destroy him. Break him in two. Break him in four. Put him into pieces. Take him out in a bag. Wrap it up and send it to God knows where and when. I want him destroyed. Ray, do it for your wife. Do it for your daughter. But more importantly, do it for you and do it for your self-respect. Bury him. I want to see Dominic, and specifically the Judgment Day, split in half. More about that on another video. This is all I'm doing tonight. I'm only doing the Hall of Fame, and it's riled me up, and I'm Dominic. So Rey Mysterio, Stacy Keibler, the Great Muta, Andy Kaufman, and, ladies and gentlemen, Tim White. You all are fully deserving of the Hall of Fame induction this Friday night. And I will see you very soon, and very soon I mean very soon, for a look at NXT and Stand and Deliver. But until then, thank you for watching. Thank you for being there. Thank you for being a watcher, a subscriber. If you're not, oh well, these things happen. But I am Will. I am Nitro. Will Nitro. He's here. You're there. Thank you.